Discredit, he actually knows these things. He knows the good setups. But every set today, I've known one person, and I don't know Dr. Dirty Dave, but funny name.
I think Dr. Dirty Dave is a Belmont. I think I can't recall.
That sounds like actual Wi-Fi tournament seating. So I believe it, because Ice Climbers versus Belmont sounds like something that would happen when you get seated in a tournament if you're either main. Like, okay, I'm an Ice Climbers main. I got to deal with the Belmont.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's gonna be interesting. Instead, okay.
We're seeing the Pyra here.
We're still seeing two characters. So I mean, it's the same mentality, right? There's two characters on screen.
Similar mentality.
Oh man.
Instead of hammers, you got swords.
Man, imagine if you could desync Mythra. Like, you could desync the two characters. Like, oh, I'm going to have Mythra go over. That wouldn't make any sense. I just wish it's kind of cool. All right, here we go. Getting the winners round 4, Captain Dirty Dave, and CptRemex. Let's get this.
Captain Remex.
Sometimes you just got to roll with it. All right, good start with Mythra Nair. I like Mythra Nair.
Yeah, I do feel that in this matchup, Remex is probably going to mostly want to go for Mythra, so that way she can actually get in. Oh,
yeah. And that's let's see. It's really very clearly starting out with the, Belmont doesn't want, Richter does not want Mythra in, and Mythra is going to do damage, but Remex is playing patient.
I was going to say, Belmont do not want to play the in-your-face game.
Oh, absolutely.
They hate that. They will try to up you out of there.
There's a reason F-tilt looks like that on the Belmonts, and it's meaning get out, get away from me. I don't want you. Whip away, get away. That's what they're doing.
Yep. That F-tilt is a very strong get off me tool for Belmont.
Switch back to Mythra is interesting. I wonder. I'd like to know if that was if that was a misinput with Dr. Dave not following up with down air, or was it just supposed to be? That could have been a stock. Good SDI from CptRemex. Get out of that.
I was gonna say, really good SDI. Recognizing that Dirty Dave was probably gonna try to F smash, and Dave did not recognize the SDI and didn't angle properly.
Intriguing. I just learned something about Mythra, and that's her neutral special attacks from above her when you're charging. I didn't know that until just now. That's very nice. All right, and then we have.
Yep.
But I think
Mythra's neutral beam will actually hit from above if you charge it.
That's very nice. That's kind of like there's some other characters that's like I'm not going through, but that's interesting. Okay. I wonder if Mythra's on the wrong character. I wonder if Pyra's does the same thing. Does it hit from above when you're charging it?
I'm not sure.
I love that there's always something to find out about these characters that you didn't expect.
So anyway. I actually do like the idea of using Pyra to try to edge guard Dirty Dave here.
This is a pretty smart play, because it's a good swap back forward. I think that's just a mind game going from Mythra back to Pyra, just to say like, oh yeah, maybe I'm going this. You don't know what I'm gonna do. Where Dave very clearly saying, hey, I got this holy water. You don't hit me until you do. The back air. Was that a back air? I don't know.
I think so.
Mythra's still so new, it's kind of hard to tell these moves apart from one another.
Yeah, it honestly is. Their moves look very similar to each other.
Well, not even like between the two characters, but like Mythra's nair and her forward air and her up air all look about the same to me. Like, it's like, oh, it's the sword, that's a green sword, it's spinning. I know that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we got Pyra on stage. And essentially, I wouldn't say that Mythra or Pyra are really zoner characters, but the one zoner-esque tool that Pyra has, CptRemex is making sure to use. And side B is a good way to literally wall out Dr. Dirty Dave.
Yeah, that side B is really good against characters that don't really have a lot of options of getting around it.
Yeah, and they're see, that's the thing. It's comparable to, I guess, Exploding Flame from Palutena, except a lot less damage. It can kill, but it doesn't do that much damage. Interesting. I love the Mythra up the charge.
Oh yeah, that up B. I feel that CptRemex could actually use that up B to actually try to give Dirty Dave.
Yeah, and that's I didn't even think about that, but that's actually really hard for either Belmont to handle because you got so much coverage from the charge.
Yeah, and plus, things that Mythra can split the one shot into multiple.
Down smash to seal out and even up the stocks. But that, yeah, no, the amount of options that when the new characters come out, just finding out all the new options they have, that like that right there, that could have been it if it wasn't for the air dodge.
Yeah,
Dr.
exactly.
Dave is going to have to do something fast to even up this game, unless it just doesn't want to. Well, no, he's doing a lot of defense. He's overworking on defense, I'd say, with what David did.
Yeah, he should probably try to. He should probably try to pressure a little more.
Yeah, I think it's at this point it's overexertion, and that's what sealed that game. But play is play Chronicles 2 is what Remex has to say to us. Very nice game one. That was exciting to watch from both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say really good stuff on both players. CptRemex, despite struggling a little bit at the start, he adapted really well in that game one, and he was able to seal it up.
More than a couple of stocks out by doing it. And Shiny CptRemex do not give Mythra kill confirms.
No.
Please do not.
No.
Please.
No. No thanks. We already have enough OP DLC as is.
So what does Dr. Dirty Dave need to do to make make this work? What stage, you know?
I feel that the stage was fine.
Yeah, I can agree.
It's more the matter that Dirty Dave was being too defensive, and CptRemex was capitalizing off of that, just waiting for him.
I've been called out on my I'm called out about it by myself on myself, which is overworking on defense, like doing too much. Yeah, you don't need to do it.
Exactly.
You know, they're not going to jump and get hit by that axe, so don't throw an axe every 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Because really, at the point, doing a lot like the Mii Gunner special. No offense to Mii Gunners, but the Mii Gunner special. That's a lot of where they're just throwing out different things and you have to try to figure out how to avoid it. It works for that character, but in a lot of ways it's almost tiring out the person doing it more than it is the player avoiding it sometimes. You know, it's so much, okay, I'm throwing this, I gotta throw that, and they can't get to me. So it makes it when the player just jumps over it a lot scarier, or a lot more stressful.
Yeah, exactly. So Dr. Dirty Dave actually decided to go to Smashville here.
Yeah, Belmont's. I think maybe Belmont's like kind of picking the Smashville because of the range of the stage. I feel like it's a good. I see why he did it, but I don't know.
He
if
probably
it's
wants. Yeah, I was gonna say he probably wants to give Remix less room to move around when it comes to trying to avoid those projectiles.
What's kind of confusing is the playstyle David was doing last game doesn't indicate he wanted to go to a smaller stage. You know, it seemed like he wanted to go to more of a Kalos. That's why I'm confused. Interesting though. He might know something I don't. And
I can say, who knows?
According to that DI, he does. CptRemex. Just see, that's what I was saying by like overexerting on defense. CptRemex, while you can only use that move, isn't overexerting on defense. He just throws out the sword and doesn't think about it anymore.
I was gonna say, like, he actually, I do feel that Remix could have possibly gotten a footstool setup maybe with the side B.
Oh, that's gonna be the meta. getting footstools.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already see people trying to do those footstool setups with the side B.
Nothing on Dave for that one because he put a lot of pressure on Remex, and Remex just held shield, and now it's completely even. I was gonna say the nair into I think it was F tilt or something, and Remex just shielded and did up there.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the part that's really gonna separate the match. I think is Mythra getting and staying in on David, and how Richter's gonna have to deal with that. The question is,
right.
I mean, honestly, holy water with like one good hit could fix that 50% though.
Yeah,
holy water is
that is true.
And so is X. Interesting, let go of shield. He would have died if he got hit by F Smash, which is the game we are currently playing.
That is true.
Oh. There we go. I do like, I've noticed every time he's thrown the cross out, except for that time, he's kind of given a little bit of height to it, just to make it harder to avoid.
Yeah, oh, what happened there?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let's see, holy water, cross. Interesting that see, that's something that's kind of, that tells you a lot of timing, is throwing cross while you're falling below stage and still letting it hit without messing it up. That shows seasoning.
Yeah, for sure. But either way, CptRemex is able to even out the stocks, you know?
Oh yeah.
Bit of damaging.
Did not expect that, though.
Oh
When
wow.
did that?
Goodness.
Wow. All right, so that's game 2. Whoa. All right, we're actually getting an even game. I thought that whole game in my head, I just had that like Dirty Dave did not have the lead and Remex did have the lead, so that kind of threw me off when it turned around. But that's what Belmont's
saying. The SD kind of, I feel like kind of threw CptRemex off.
Yeah, it went in this. It went much more in favor for Dirty Dave, and it worked out because the pressure that all that over actually, yeah. Come to think of it, all that overexertion that Dirty Dave was doing turned out for the better because it was harder to avoid on Smashville. So Remex ended up actually hitting a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very interesting games today. I'm actually enjoying all these.
Yeah, in the smaller stage, probably what allowed Dirty Dave to actually go into try to pressure more rather than while still trying to maintain his defensive playstyle.
And see, yeah, that's the question is, what does Remex pick and what is Dave ban for this? Because I don't see Remex going to an extraordinarily large stage like Kalos. I see more like maybe an FD or something with one platform or not too much. I don't see I don't see a run back.
I was gonna say, I feel that Dirty Dave might actually ban the larger stages like Kalos, FD, and even Town, baby.
We'll find out.
Because remember, Pyra can kill extremely early. She is the powerhouse between the two AGs.
I noticed. Oh, Town. Interesting. All right. What the game 1 was PS2.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is. I think this will. I don't know if Remex just wanted the like the stage or wanted the neutral of the stage, but I feel that.
You remember what I say about sorties liking Town? Yeah,
and that's true actually. So never mind, Remex has a good point. This might be better than I anticipated for Dirty, better than I expected for Remex. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like more room to maneuver around the projectiles, plus small side blasters to get those early kills off the side. The big downfall here is actually the high ceiling.
And that's but you got to think too. That's what Remex was thinking when he was like, "Hey, I got killed by Richter up B. I don't want to do that ever again, so I'm going down." And that's probably the reasoning is, "Oh, hey, up B is a lot less strong." And
exactly.
It's fine.
And
okay, I see what. Swords like Town.
Yeah, exactly. If you're against swordies like Joker, Roy, Mythra, get rid of Town.
We don't need that. We don't. Yeah, I see the reasoning. Wow. The one time I played offline Pyra Mythra against someone, they said I went Pyra, and they said, "Oh wait, do you want to switch to Mythra at the beginning of the game?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." But I didn't realize that's going to be the new meta of like, "Oh hey, it's the same as back in the day with Zelda and Sheik." They're like, "Oh yeah, you want to switch to the character? I'll give you time to do that real quick." Everyone wants to play Mythra and start Mythra in this game, which I'm fine. I mean, hey, you got the choice. I like Pyra. No offense.
I'm not a fan of the freaking AGs. Oh, there's the footstool setup that I was talking about, but just barely misspaced that up B.
It's going to be a long hill to climb, but at least Dirty Dave started it off. They started to climb because I didn't know. Wow. That was a good setup. That was a good hold Holy water is one of the most difficult things to get out. Like, it's hard to get around. It's hard to. It's almost worse than PK Fire, in my opinion.
I was gonna say, because at least with PK Fire, you know, like, where it's going, how you can, like, SCI out of it.
And I have no evidence to support it. I just feel like Holy Water. I mean, I feel like PK Fire does a little bit less damage, but I find out.
Yeah, PK Fire can do less damage. At least a single PK Fire can do less damage. However, stacking all those PK Fires, then it'll do more.
That's why. That's the equalizer. Okay. But Remex showing some pretty not enough, but some pretty good coverage. If I mean, Dirty Dave showing very good coverage if Remex is on the side of the stage, but that raw kill power is just going. Oh
goodness.
It reflected the holy water because of the parry? That's interesting. You never expect to see like a parry reflection.
Yeah, that is true.
Let's see.
Disruption.
Now we got still Mythra on stage. Oh, that ledge pressure is just going to be probably what seals the deal for this particular interaction.
I was gonna say, both characters. Go ahead.
You don't want to cut out or you don't want to like. Dirty Dave can wall out a lot. You don't want to throw him. You know, you don't want to give him. How am I saying?
Exactly.
You don't want to cut him out too soon because with the power of Belmont, never mind.
Yeah, both characters are pretty good at edge guarding, and since they both do it quite well on stage, it's really a matter of who can edge guard the other first here.
That's true, and I think that Dave has the advantage in terms of just pressure, but Remex has I can go Pyra and kill you right now, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a lot more nuance to Pyra and Mythra because we just don't know yet, and I think Mythra is gonna be very good, but it's just you have to figure out. It's really a right. Oh, good. Was that Nair? That was a good one.
Wow.
I think that was Nair because it seemed like the startup. And that's the hardest thing for me to find out, like where Nair starts on Pyra.
Right. So CptRemex is going to take that 2-1 over Dr. Dirty Dave with the Mythra. So that was really intriguing. That was our first game 3. That was our first game 3 of the stream.
Really? Wow, you're right. That's insane. And it was wow. I thought we at least had one other. Like I thought Golden in hand. No, I don't think they did. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I was gonna say Golden brought it close, but not quite. Strike almost brought it to a game 3, but
it's true.
Was just not able to seal the deal.
And we have, that's kind of we've had a lot of very almost I want to say like one-sided games sometimes. It seems like one-sided games because there's just a bunch of